Oh boy. Oh boy. Can't stoop any lower. Can't get any more down and out. Can't look any more pathetic. They continue to set a new bar. The Players Association have now started a petition that fans can sign to show their support. That's right. Like, wait, they started a petition? What is this? www.petition.org? Oh my gosh, this is pathetic.
A petition is now in play. The WNBA Players Association has rolled out a simple online petition asking fans to publicly support their CBA negotiations. No polished campaign, no coordinated media push, just a bare link and a request for signatures. From the ownership side, this likely looks less like pressure and more like confusion. It doesn't feel intimidating or strategic. It feels scattered. What's unfolding looks like leverage quietly slipping away in real time. And the most striking part is that no one on the other side even had to intervene to make it happen.
I don't know where to begin, but let's start here. Shout out to Mick over there, Mick Talks Hoops. An online petition in CBA negotiations. The league has to just be laughing at this point. They have to be. They have to be. Like, wait, they started a petition? What is this? www.petition.org? For those of you asking if there's a petition, please click the link below.
Here's where it gets uncomfortable. The Players Association presented this as an action alert, framing it like a powerful, fan-driven movement and directly asking supporters to click and sign. But when you look at the actual numbers, a very different picture emerges. At the time the video was recorded, the petition had only around 1,600 signatures, not tens of thousands. Not even close. Just 1,600 in a league that constantly promotes its growth, packed arenas, and soaring viewership. Now look at it from an owner's perspective. You're at the negotiation table while the union hints at a strike, supposedly the ultimate pressure tactic. Then you check the petition out of curiosity and see 1,600 names. In that moment, the entire dynamic shifts. The threat doesn't feel heavy anymore. It feels exposed. Without saying a word, the union revealed how limited the public push really is, and that's a signal management never forgets.
So nobody really wants this to go on. No, okay. Say no more. Say no more. That's not all we have. The Players Association, the 2025 WNBA season has set records for attendance, been in total, both in total and per game, even before the playoffs. More than 3 million fans have flocked to see stars like A'ja Wilson of the Las Vegas Aces and Alyssa Thomas of the Phoenix Mercury.
Before the playoffs, that's not a power move. It's a quiet admission that the momentum didn't carry when it mattered most. At the exact moment they needed to demonstrate long-term demand, they instead highlighted a ceiling rather than continued growth. Then it gets even messier. While trying to sell the league's star power, they start name-dropping A'ja Wilson, Alyssa Thomas, as the faces responsible for filling seats. Not the player who actually shifted the culture. Not the rookie who pulled over 3.2 million viewers in a playoff debut. Not Caitlin Clark, whose jersey sales reportedly accounted for more than 40% of total league merchandise revenue during that stretch. All of that was skipped, and they went straight to Alyssa Thomas. To casual fans, that name barely registers. You could line her up on her own, and most people still wouldn't know who they were looking at.
Folks, people can't pick Alyssa Thomas out of a lineup if she was the only one standing in it. If she was the only person standing in a lineup and you come up there and the cop asks you, can you pick out Alyssa Thomas out of this lineup, please? Person will look at you, look at the person behind the glass, look back at the cop. I don't know who Alyssa Thomas is. I don't even know. Is this Alyssa? They'd have absolutely.
That's not hate. That's reality. This goes beyond weak marketing and starts to look like decision-making so disconnected that it actively hurts their own position. When you sit down and negotiate a CBA, one thing matters more than anything else: value. You have to prove the product generates the money being demanded. The easiest move would be to point directly at Caitlin Clark and say, this is the proof. This is the draw. This is the future. Pay us with that in mind. Instead, they're acting like the moment never happened, like the Iowa surge didn't exist, like the Fever didn't jump from a struggling record to real playoff conversations, like ratings didn't spike every time she touched the ball. Even the Dallas Wings tried invoking Paige Bucher's name before she ever stepped into the league, and that move didn't land either.
Paige's name didn't work, so let's try some other names. That's a good point. They used Paige's name for Unrivaled, didn't work. The Dallas Wings used Paige's name to get people in the arena during Dallas Wings games. That doesn't work. The networks, Ion, they use Paige's name to try to get people to watch on TV, and that doesn't work. So I guess just keep going down the list until one of them sticks. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark's the easiest answer if you really want to sell it.
This pattern isn't new. Unrivaled tried it. TV networks tried it. And the same mistake keeps repeating, pushing substitute stars and hoping the audience follows. Every time it falls flat, the numbers keep telling the same story. Interest isn't evenly distributed, and the data is loud about who actually pulls attention and money. The hardest part is who gets caught in the middle. There are over 100 WNBA players who aren't getting calls from Unrivaled or Project B, no side deals and no backup checks. Their only real basketball income comes directly from the WNBA, and right now their union leadership is staring down ownership like it's a bluff while holding cards that don't win hands. It sounds strategic. It sounds detached. And when messaging drifts this far from reality, the people who pay the price aren't the ones giving speeches. The Players Association is now framing owners as ignoring demands, disrespecting players, stalling talks, and putting the future of women's pro basketball at risk. That narrative doesn't hold up when those same owners are offering to more than double minimum salaries and boost revenue sharing by roughly 67%. If we're being honest, the real danger isn't coming from ownership. It's coming from players convincing themselves their owed numbers of current business simply can't sustain. Instead of seriously focusing on growing the overall pie so everyone wins long term.
I must be missing all those asking about a petition. Yeah, me too. We need a new players union. Then they do this. This was last week or the week before. Like, this just goes to show you the missteps. They put this out. WNBA players are ready to strike after contract expires. I mean, this is just sad. This is just sad. And then they change their profile picture.
Swapping profile pictures for an hourglass emoji like a TikTok countdown doesn't signal pressure. It signals a misunderstanding of how real negotiations work. It doesn't look like strength. It looks disconnected from reality. A professional players' union can't move like a campus protest group and expect billionaires to blink. Online petitions and social media theatrics don't scare owners who live negotiations with more leverage than they've ever had and fumbled it step by step. That leverage was real, but it only works if you're honest about where the growth came from. Caitlin Clark pulled millions of new fans into the league, packed arenas, revived Indiana's relevance, and generated massive media attention in a single rookie season. Yet the Players Association won't even mention her in official messaging. That's not a harmless oversight. It actively weakens their position. And now, here's where it lands. A union with no real leverage, no visible public backing, and no clear strategy. Owners offering terms that already stretch league finances. Over 100 players stuck in the middle facing lost income if talks stall, and fans watching the spiral unfold in real time.
Imagine this. After months of stalling negotiation, the WNBA and team owners continue to ignore players' demand and jeopardize the future of women's professional basketball. The only people jeopardizing the future are the players. The owners giving you over $1 million max salaries, raising revenue share from 9 to 15, $500,000 for the average player, $250 for the minimum. The only people ruining this deal are the players. Because they believe.
Try to understand how leadership managed to mishandle such a strong moment this badly is becoming impossible to ignore. A petition sitting at roughly 1,600 signatures says everything. Fans aren't mobilizing. The public isn't demanding ownership fold. And the pressure campaign never actually took off. With every extra day this drags on, the Players Association looks more disconnected and more desperate. This is how little of it actually existed. This wasn't a missed opportunity. It was a self-inflicted wound. And the hardest truth is this. The owners didn't need to outmaneuver anyone. They just waited. Every public misstep did the work for them. Every petition, every emoji, every carefully worded post quietly stripped leverage away. When this ends, the deal will look a lot like what was already on the table, and the cost of delay will fall on the players who could least afford it. That's the real lesson here. In professional sports, growth moments don't last forever. You either lock them in with discipline and strategy, or you watch them slip away while pretending you're still in control.